All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday mastermind call. Alrighty, let me go ahead and just check. We are stateside again here in Colorado, where the wind is blowing very hard. But we did have a really great time at the convention. And I know last week, around the same time, we were we were at Secrets right in Cancun, and I was able to show you guys the beautiful suite that we had. It looked right off into the ocean, down to the pool, and it was really, really a beautiful property. The one thing I would say on the negative side was that it wasn't really that great of handicap accessible. You could still get around, but you'd have to go over the river and through the woods to actually find the ramps. And I also found out that the property was refurbished. So it wasn't built from the ground up. They purchased it from, I guess, a Oasis company, but that was good information to know going in. But because I was expecting, brand new from Secrets. But again, beautiful property. The food was good. The entertainment was good. We were able to catch a couple of different places. They had a brand. I think the building we stayed in might have been brand new, and it was very nice. And it had all the different suites that you could stay in. Let's see, there was, of course, like we know, swim ups were there. Ocean View was there. They had the swim up bar. We went with the preferred. So because we went with the preferred, we were able to do the private swim up bar. Well, infinity pool up on the top floor, which was gorgeous, overlooking water, and just the scenery was great. You could stay up there all day long enjoying that pool. And then they had the one down on the ground, which was right next to the ocean. So they had all the amenities, sticking true to the Secret's name on how they take care of their guests and their property. And because we've stayed at Secrets before, and I did like the turn down service. It reminded me of being on a cruise ship. When you come back into your room from having dinner, your slippers is by the bed, water, lights on. It's just a real great service that they do to make you feel a little special. So those kind of things were a lot of fun. We were able to have dinner with Ron and Linda a couple times. We were able to meet with people that we haven't seen in years. And you guys know that's how it is because of Surge365. Sometimes folks don't get to come to the events every year, but they would come maybe once every 2, 3 years. So it was good seeing people that we have not seen in a long time and be able to talk to them and celebrate with the ones that have made the different bonuses, hitting the power line, of course. Oh my goodness. And Delby was right there. He was in the midst of everything all the time. He was on hands on. He was sitting right in the middle of the lobby. And at one night, they actually did a breakout session where everybody was sitting around Delby, getting to ask him questions. Then, even by the poolside, him and his wife Lisa was sitting right there at the poolside. He was not. People come up, talk to him for a minute, keep going. He was so approachable, and both of them were. And I thought that was very nice because you had some people that were new and they didn't know that you can go ask him a question, talk to him. I know Chris, we saw you guys one night huddled around the in the lobby. Everybody just pulled their chairs from everywhere and made a circle around Delvey. And I'm quite sure he was giving out some great nuggets on all the great things that are going to be happening in the company. I'm quite sure Rick might talk about that a little bit later. but we wanted to just share with the
Hey,
secrets.
Brenda.
Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Sorry to interrupt. He
Nope.
uh he was in that lobby at least 3 nights until almost midnight, all 3 nights.
Wow.
And there's a couple nights when I got there, there was 5 or 6 people, and each night by the time he left, there's a solid 20 people huddled around. The only thing I thought about it is it kind of sucks we can't recruit there in that situation because so everyone walking by was looking like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like if you could have picked any random people to walk by and probably got info or this or that if you would have got up, because every single person was looking like something has they you could see the intrigue on their face. They wanted to know more.
Yeah, you
But
can't
they
recruit
weren't they
there,
weren't
but you
gonna
can always
ask
get
they
their
weren't gonna ask
information.
right. They weren't intrigued enough to stop and ask, but if you would have hopped up and said something to them, they would have been like, what are you doing? What's going on? I could you could see it on their face.
Yeah, yeah. But at least you could get their information and talk to them once they're back home. So that's
Right.
the good thing. You just don't want to actually start recruiting them there on the property. But once they're
Right.
back home, if you guys exchange information, then you're able
Hmm.
to talk to them later. But yeah, I thought that was really great how Delby was able to share with everybody and how folks was just looking, waiting for him to just be there. I just love how approachable he was. And Rick, the final night, I think Rick was able to stand and talk with his wife Lisa also, and found out a little bit about her. Rick, you want to share? Is he still here or is he gone?
I am. I am. They are definitely a power couple. And she has been in network marketing um, probably about the same time, but they met in YTV and have been just going strong in network marketing all that time. But that's her background as well. So it's a perfect situation for where they are as the president of Surge365. We have such a great future in with Delby and his wife in that leadership position and supporting Chris. And they came along definitely right at the perfect time. But yeah, they've got a sense of humor, and we just kind of laughed and talked, and Delby was there as well. But it was just enjoyable. Like you're saying, Brenda, they are so approachable. They are so approachable and are willing to just share any and everything with us. And it from the Wednesday compensation presentation that he does, that there's something about him, as he would say, and as Glenn would say, that's amazing. And it draws people and it excites people. And that's one of those rare qualities that a person has, to draw and to excite and to motivate people. And he absolutely has it. I know Ron joined us and as well Chris, but the folks who was there, share your experience. Chris, what did you like best about the whole experience there?
Yeah, there was a lot. Here's what got me. First thing, we're checking in, and everybody's in the lobby area, and Delby and Chris walk through, and they're shaking hands and hugging everybody and whatever else, and they're in front of a whole group of people. Delby is getting ready to shake someone else's hand. He looks over, he sees me. He runs over and he pulls his hand back, runs over and hugs me, and throws his arm around me. With his other hand, he's pointing at me. He goes, "Hey, everybody, this is Chris C. We're Facebook friends." And that was it. And so it was hilarious to me, though, too, because like all these people are standing there kept saying hi to me. And I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, like it was just funny though, because like I know it was because Delby introduced me like he did. They were like, "Oh, this must be somebody we need to know." Um,
Awesome.
but yeah, and then like it's also the fact, like I said, there's at least 3 nights we were up till pushing midnight, if not past, and we were sitting around the lobby and stuff talking. And I walked up to Lisa one of the nights and I'm like, man, thank you so much for sharing him. That's really great, blah, blah, blah. She was totally okay with it. Like, and if you watched her when he was talking, she never seemed annoyed. She never seemed impatient. She was 100% all in supportive of what he was doing. And that spoke a lot about her as well. The, because like that's taking time out of their trip, for them to spend together, for him to do that with us. And it was just amazing, as Ron would say, how she was just so 100% supportive. She didn't seem flustered or bothered or annoyed in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, those were two of my bigger takes. And then of course, needing Bell money, but
You so silly. So you can't leave it there. You got to tell people
Gotta
about
tell people the story.
that the
all
picture.
right, all right. So we were out, we went on this we got off the reservation for a little bit and, went on a tequila tour, tequila tasting is what they were advertising it as, but 90% of it was come over here and spend money is all what most or a nutshell of it. And we went and did that, and we were standing outside the mall, and I saw Albert get out the van and have one of the police take a picture of him and the driver, and bells just went off in my head. And so I hop out and I give the driver my camera and I throw my hands behind my back and stand in front of the policeman that was standing there. And he just kind of stood there and put his hands where they looked like he was cuffing me. And that was how the picture came about. And it was funny. I'd swapped numbers with Delvey, and Delvey goes, "Hey, send me a picture too." So I sent Delvey that picture.
International
But
incident.
So he's at the resort telling everybody he needs
yeah,
bail money.
yeah, yes. I was telling everybody. I was telling they were, they did a big supplies, supply gathering supplies for the schools and the kids, and so the joke turned into they also did cash contributions, and so the joke turned into that the envelope being passed around was for my bell, not for the kids. But it was a good
That's funny.
time. Jeannie took it with more humor than I thought she was going to take it with.
That's funny. Wow. Hey Ron, so what were your takeaways, Ron and Linda? You can unmute.
Talking with Ron and Linda was very beneficial as well. So that it was fun getting to actually know them a little bit better than just being on this call with them.
Ron, you're muted. Ron, you're on mute. Hey Ron, we can't hear you. Ron, Ron, we can't hear you. There you go.
How's that?
Perfecto.
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to express the appreciation that we have for the opportunity to be a part of this team, to be part of the family. And it's always like getting together with family when the leadership of this organization, both Go Team Get and also with Surge, and meeting everybody and the leaders and then hanging out and nobody the one thing that we've been involved in different organizations. I ran multi-million dollar companies and I've been to all kinds of conventions, but this is a family, and so there's a respect level that's automatic, um that just comes with the people. That's who gets attracted to our group. And so we get to meet. I got a chance first time to meet Chris and some other folks, and it was wonderful. We got to share some ideas. What I thought was neat is the openness of the company understanding, explaining to everybody, hey, we had a pretty rough year this year, losing coach and some of the other things. There were a lot of business things that happened in the world that we as a company had to, and adjustments that had to be made. And they've been done, and they've done with professionalism. So I just like to say thanks again. It was a reassurance. We're on the right track, we're going the right place, and the company's committed. You know, they don't sit on their laurels. They're always looking to find ways to put money in our pockets to make our opportunity more unique and keep it unique. And there's an integrity about that. When Chris was talking about what he's gone through, where he came from, I've had the opportunity to hang out with Chris, Linda, and I have one day we got a whole day to spend with Chris in Toronto. Well, we kidnapped him. We were trying to get him back to his hotel after a seminar, and we got lost. So I got a chance to pick his ring. And we always talk whenever we see each other, no matter where we're at. We always tease about that, and then we move on. But what I like the fact that you and Brenda were there, and you shared, and then the other team leaders, the other people that we got to interact with, and it's just special. It's just the best words. I know the next one coming up is in Puerto Rico. I'd like to encourage everybody to go, and I'll like out that.
Yeah, we took that one day and well, we went by Ron and Linda's and we all were there and we're just in the water and just sitting there talking and just enjoying the freedom. And I mean, you can't buy that. That is something that you will treasure.
One thing I want to add to that, Rick, when you said we went by Ron and Linda's sliding glass door opened up to the pool. And you could walk, what, 5 steps, Ron, and you would be in the
Yeah,
pool.
and we're right there in
So
the pool.
everybody was hanging out with Ron because he had his own pool.
Ron and Linda, they were the folk. Ron was the
But
man.
that it wasn't supposed to turn out that way. Our reservation was for I call it a jungle view. And when we got there, we flew in and got there on lunchtime, and our room wasn't ready. So again, um, Secrets being a first class operation, they got a room ready immediately, and they just took us down there. And it was, well, we went over to the Mediterranean restaurant. We had lunch and we got done. They had the room ready, but they took us to the pool, I call the pool room. And it was a surprise and a great blessing. And, we were treated, they just wanted to make sure that we were treated with respect. The concierge and everybody made sure everything was come together. I needed to get to a little get about. I needed to have a scooter when I go places, and the hotel had just made arrangements with the company because the one we usually use, Scootabout, they didn't have service in Cancun, but the hotel knew that they were going to have, there's a brand new operation. They they found a way in a company to provide scooter service, which made life for me wonderful, so I could get to all the projects and programs.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we were sitting out there just talking and laughing, and we ordered food. And so, yeah, they brought the food out there. It was just chicken wings,
Chicken
but
wings.
they weren't like buffalo chicken wings, but they were good. Hamburgers and cheeseburgers, and just an incredible time of us all just being together. And anybody else want to say anything before I had some notes that I took for the meeting that we had, which is really nice because we didn't spend all our time in meetings. We just had that one time that we had the meeting. I think it was like on Saturday. So we had all that other time just to enjoy each other and just to enjoy the property. And of course Chris and went off the reservation and was handcuffed by pretend handcuffed by the police, but policia.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to make a little joke. I'm collecting money for Chris's bail, so this is me let Jacqueline Fulton in. And but does anyone else have anything they want to add based on their experience before I just share some of the notes? Well, we had the one meeting, and the next, as was mentioned, as Ron mentioned, the next Surge 365 International Convention is going to be the 6th through the 9th of August in Puerto Rico. And one of the things that Delvey or Chris had mentioned that one of the number one networkers in Puerto Rico joined Surge 365. And so we're just getting ready to go to another level. Incredible. And especially in Latin America, but I believe also in America, in the US. And but Delby spoke first as our president. And he said, we pay out over $100,000 monthly in travel commissions. People think we're just a network marketing deal, but no, we're all of it. He said, you can't say it, but our business model is franchise-like. We operate pretty much like a franchise, but because of all the legalese, you can't say it, but we are franchise-like. And most people know that we have a new sign-up process that makes signing someone up much easier. And I would recommend, if you haven't gone to your surge365.com site, go ahead and go through the process as far as you can so that you kind of know how you would sign people up. Soon to come, within the next couple of weeks, is an updated back office that's going to be very easy to navigate. And that should be here within a couple of weeks. And he's making it pretty simple, kind of like a do-it-yourself where people can actually walk through. What has been happening is the leadership hasn't really been walking their people, their prospects, or folks who are new through that back office. And so it's been kind of, try to figure it out. Now the back office is going to be where a person, even if the leader doesn't walk them through and hold them by the hand, they'll be able to figure it out. And I think that is pretty awesome. We're also working on a new SBA site, surge365.com / whatever your thing is. The other one, of course, was my.surge365 to go to your back office. But this is a new SBA site where, again, you can send prospects to. And it's going to be laid out so easy for them to get information on the company and to be able to get information to make an informed decision to actually get signed up. And so that's going to be just incredible. That's what Delby is actually bringing, to our company to take us to that next level, to bring that ease in, to take us to the next level. You may have heard we have a red carpet coming up here, and it's going to be the 27th and 28th of March, which is right around the corner. But the 27th will be a Travmanity trade show. And then the 28th will be where if you have prospects, they'll be doing a presentation. And also if you've got prospects, you want them to be able to talk to Delvey and Chris and all the leadership, just like we used to do way back when, a long time ago. But that's going to be Wood River, Illinois. And we encourage you to invite leaders. Excuse me. And then Chris came up and he was just talking. And, Chris is just awesome. And a funny thing is that before he came up, he and Renee, Renee asked him, so what are you going to talk about? And he says, I don't know. And at the same time, they said, but won't God do it? Or something to that effect. And they both said it at the same time. They gave each other a high five. And sure enough, we know Chris. He came up and he just nailed it. But one of the things that he was saying is the first key to winning is to clear distractions, and that all you can count on is your faith and your belief. Do you have it? Whatever you can do to increase it. One of the things in Surge 365, we don't talk faith, we walk faith. And so we're building a strong foundation between the things that Chris is putting in place, the things that Delvey is putting in place. We are building an even stronger foundation with everything that we currently have. Don't compete nor compare yourself with anyone. A lot of times people will compare themselves to somebody that just came into the business. and maybe burning it up. But like Scott Tomer used to always say, don't do that. Because when you see somebody come in running, know that they paid their dues somewhere else. And so don't compare. 95,000 people lost their jobs last month. With what we're putting in place, it's going to be the perfect situation, the perfect storm, where people, when their eyes become open, that they can make travel their new source of income. It's not what you do, it's who you find, Chris was saying. You may think you may be just kind of moping along, not moving at the pace that you want, but be consistent. Be consistent. That person's going to find you. That person's going to find you. And Chris was just mentioning you want 7 to 10 key people, in building the foundation for your business. One of the things that he was talking about, which was really interesting also, by the way, anybody stop me anytime if you have any questions, that I thought was really interesting. He said he's an average networker. He's not a powerhouse networker. He said most people are average networkers, and it's okay. Just be consistent. Just do what you do. Learn your business. Build a story by using the products. Use each of the products. Go through them. Make sure you understand them. And you want to be average, be average. But if you're consistent, you're going to hit the jackpot one of these days. He said the key to recruiting is to love people, to support people, and to just be there for people. He talked about some of the rich folks that he hangs around with in his neighborhood, around his home, there's a lot of rich people. He says they may be rich, but they're looking for a friend. They have no friends. He said, be there for people. People are craving friendship. People are craving relationships. He went on to say 90% of winning is making a decision to win. It's winning what you think, make a decision that you are a winner and that you are going to win. He said, start a weekly meeting, build it and they will come. And Glenn talks about this all the time, and he just reinforced AI is taking over. AI is taking over, but what it can't take is human interaction, and being there for people. And it can't take over an actual meeting, where you're shaking hands and you're looking people in the eyeballs and of course, if you can't do that personally, do a Zoom. He said, Surge365 will be the last man standing, the last person standing, as all these other companies fold. And the most incredible thing about Surge365 is we own Travemanity. We own our host travel agency. Then, of course, we have this incredible compensation plan and power line. Every single thing is being lined up to win. And then he went on to close up here when he was talking about no and how people would tell him no. And in his mind, he says, no don't mean no. It means not yet. So it just means not yet. They're not ready. But something is going to happen in their life. The people that you're talking to, that's going to put them in the right place, the right time, and the right understanding that they need to do something. They need to make a move. They're going to be just sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're going to be sick and tired of staying in that comfort zone, and something's going to push them right out. And you're going to be right there waiting for them, open arms. He said, believe, listen, and follow. So these are just some of the notes that I took. But the most important thing that I got from the whole meeting was just being there with the team. And I think Brenda mentioned it, and just seeing the family of Surge365. And Delby mentioned this on the compensation calls almost all the time. He says, people in Surge last. We've been around, 10, 15, 20 years. Can you imagine that? 24 years in a company with these relationships. Can you imagine that? We have been around that long. And so the core of Surge 365 has been around that long. So let me stop right there. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to add to that.
Hey,
Jackie, so
Rick.
good to see you. Go right ahead.
So on that's one thing that I got really from Delvey and all his talks was if someone says, "Hey, I just want to save money," just say, "Here's my vortex," and walk away. This isn't for you. That and it's it's hard when you're like lower level, like people like us. It's hard because you're like all you're thinking is numbers, numbers, numbers. But in the end, it does make sense because you're going to spend so much time chasing them to do this and do that and everything. It made sense, but it's also hard when you're struggling to get by. But also on the 28th, the in St. Louis, sign up ends tomorrow for that.
That's good.
So if you're going to go plan on going to St. Louis, make sure you're signed up by tomorrow.
Perfect. Perfect.
Back to you.
Thanks for sharing that. So
And
one
what
of the
you want
things,
to do also, Rick, let me piggyback on what Chris just said. What Chris is talking about is in St. Louis, it's a red carpet. And that's what they're going to be having on March 27th. So that's what it is, and it'll be in the back office. Okay, back
27th,
to you, Rick.
yeah, 27th will be the Travemanity Trade Show and the red carpet on the 28th. Excellent information. See how we're coming right back again, folks. Right back again. Anybody else? I've got some pictures here, and I'm just going to flip through. And then I want to talk briefly about we did a training event. And if you're on the you may be on a phone or something, but if you're on the computer, you'll see some pictures here that I'm going to go through pretty quick, kind of showing you. Of course, we like food. You guys able to see this?
Yes.
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 Are you
What
able to
is
taste?
that? What is
That's
That's
salmon,
salmon.
with cauliflower?
lasagna.
Yes. Wow.
Yum.
That's our
That's
room.
the room.
Whoa, beautiful.
These little rooms. You see that view out there? Just view, little therapy, ocean therapy. And of course, the food. Hey, you know that guy. You know that gal, those gals. But I like taking picture of food. And the food, I got to tell you, the food at Secrets was just amazing. But look
Great.
at that.
That's
That is
from our
like a
that's the view.
postcard. What's
Mhm.
that, Brenda?
No, I'm just saying that's the view from our room.
That's the view from the room.
Hey, there they are.
And of
Oh my
course,
goodness, that was so good. That was a salmon omelet with oh, it was so good. Rick, you got the video on that?
I
And then
didn't put it up.
of course, the fruit is just unbelievable. It
Fresh.
tastes so
Yeah,
fresh, like they just picked it that morning.
I know.
Oh,
Oh, this is
here's
the
that
video.
video. This is me cutting into it. And it was so good. I told Rick, I said, you gotta film
Well,
this.
I don't like
Of
runny,
course, he
but
doesn't
Brenda
like
loves
easy
it.
over eggs. So to him, that is like grossity. But it was so yummy. I enjoyed it.
Yum.
Oh,
Looks
that's too
like eggs
funny.
Benedict, right?
It is an egg Benedict.
Oh,
Again,
okay.
it is.
I thought you said omelet. So I thought, oh, okay.
Oh, I probably did, but it's
Oh, look
We
at
know
y'all.
that lady,
Glamorous ladies.
that glamorous lady.
oh yeah.
The water, the
Ooh.
food again, just
Ooh.
all kinds of food.
Salmon. The seafood was
Hey, we
fresh.
know those folks.
We know those
This
folks.
is
That was us at the hibachi grill.
yeah,
Yes.
that was good. You can't beat travel. We actually ordered in breakfast.
Yeah, you always have to experience
Always
ordering in
have to experience. Now the
room
thing is,
service.
you guys know because you guys have ordered in. I want this. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I want that.
Oh,
This
wait a
was
minute. Now that's Ron's room.
that's Ron's pool
And
thing.
that's how close he was to the pool, but I
The
guess you
pool
can't
is
see the
right over
pool.
to the left
But
there.
the pool is right there.
There's
Yeah.
Linda.
That's
There's
that's where
pool.
the pool is from
Like
Ron's
where
room.
Ron was sitting, that's the pool right there.
And there you are.
And this was up in the preferred lounge, the Sky Bar. And so we paid for preferred, and it was worth it. Would you say it was worth it, Brenda?
Yeah, it was worth it. The only thing about preferred is if you're everybody's not there, and there was a few people up there, but the majority of the team was not. So a lot of times we go up there and then stay for a minute and then go back downstairs where everybody
Right.
else was. But
Right.
yes, it was definitely worth it.
Again, food. This was a French restaurant.
Yeah,
French
French
onion
onion
soup.
soup. It
Nice
was
and
really
quaint.
nice.
Stacy Bynum actually joined us.
Yeah, we had a table for four and she was coming in as one. So we just had them set up for her. She came and joined us. That was nice.
And they had entertainment every night. Ron and Delvey, Linda, Chris.
Chris.
And of course, Clint is just amazing here with the company, and he just does everything behind the scenes. He prefers behind the scenes, but we know Clint Tomer. I was just so glad that Ron and Linda was able to come. And that's that. Now, also wanted to show you real quick here is we went and did a training event, and that was pretty cool. And Dawn Brewer set that
Right.
up.
Yeah, we'll give a little bit more detail.
And this was the Ocean Allure. Now, it's part of the H10 Hotels series. When we went to Jamaica, that was H10. So this is part of that whole franchise. And they're actually rebranding, excuse me, as Ocean Signature Resorts. So they'll be changing the name. But you know how they had that big pool in the middle? Now they have the lazy river, and I mean, it's just amazing how they've actually broken out that big pool into
And
something that's even
these are pictures from when we did the tour of the hotel.
room
And so this is
inspections.
a standard double room.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Dancing in the moonlight. And they gave us privilege, which was like the top thing where we could get into all the different events, the restaurants and everything with the privilege badge. But see how they broke it out? When we was in Jamaica, this was that big pool. Now they've got the wave where you have a little board that you can stand up on and kind of surf. You know, they've got the lazy river over here where you have the little floaties that take you around. I mean, it's really cool. And they've got the smaller pools and private pools and all that. And so they've made a pretty good use of instead of just a big pool in the middle. But this is part of that whole series. And I mean, we actually went to training. And this is Brenda on the lazy
That
river.
looks like training, Rick. That's real training.
Hey,
Somebody
we're
had to
in
check out the pool.
travel.
Somebody had to check out the pool to let you guys know that the lazy river does work.
Of
We had the
course.
lazy river. The food here was pretty good too. The food here was really good. You know, it's nothing like all inclusive, huh?
Oh, so this is
So this
that
was one of the
privilege restaurant.
yeah, the privileged restaurant. And just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lobster omelet. French toast with some kind of cream something
In the
inside.
middle, it was delicious.
This is our life, folks. This is our lifestyle. And of course, we were there with Dawn Brewer, her husband Dan, and
Monica.
Phil Schwitzler. But this was the foam party.
Oh yeah.
And the foam here didn't melt like the one in Jamaica.
Yeah. It was all over the place.
Oh, it looks fun.
And we were
Bubbles,
sitting,
bubbles.
I know, we were sitting in the privileged area down by the um,
So these were the
ocean
folks on the
and
tour.
having lunch. And then Monica back there, she went to the bathroom and she comes running back. The foam is on the pool. So we
We were
all
just
got up
sitting at
real
the ocean,
fast.
just kind of chilling, and she went to use
Mhm.
the bathroom and saw they were having the foam party. We would have missed it. But she
Yeah.
came back and, hey, they're having a foam party.
Yeah.
But this was
So,
an inspection. This was a site inspection.
yeah.
And of course, they had lobster night,
Yeah. Steak and lobster.
lobster and steak, filet mignon. It makes you hungry just looking at it.
Gotta do it, man. You gotta do it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
man.
they do a lot of weddings. And so destination weddings where we can call them and they'll set the whole thing up. I mean, just really just great information. And so this was kind of one of the setups for the wedding. And of course, they had the sports bar.
The club. Yeah. They had the club at night. The way
And
this
anytime
hotel,
there's a line dance, Brenda's got to get up.
yeah, there was a line dance. Everybody was partying. But one thing that was good about this
You
restaurant,
can
it
go down
was
low all the way to the floor.
you so
As you know, I'm taking the video because I'm not going all the way to the floor.
what was really nice also is the restaurant was designed where it looked like a city block and it had all everything was right together. The what is that? The ice cream bar, the coffee bar, the different restaurants,
They were right there in one location.
huge gym right there. They had a theater right there, and it all looked like you were walking a city block and seeing all these things. And at night, it was all lit up, and so it was very, very nice.
This is the lazy river.
Oh, that's us getting ready to leave. So yeah,
So then I've got just one more that I'm going to show you of the actual, we had the meeting there.
and all of these is on Facebook if you want to go back and
I think this was the, oh yeah.
again.
And so we basically were able to go for next to nothing. And this extended out from secrets a couple, 3 days. And so we just got a little attacked on a little more time. We're not ready to go home yet. But this whole series, the Ocean Signature series, they've got a bowling alley. They've got pickleball court. And they invited us in to a conference area for the meeting. And they had a spread and layout. And Israel was our presenter and all-inclusive experience. The culinary, the 24-hour room service, exclusive suites, the waiter, butler service, the sports, the complete entertainment program, the premium drinks, and it's just everything. But it was so nice how they laid out everything for us and then gave us the presentation. And this series, this resort series, they've got places in Paris and Lisbon and Venice and Rome. And it was really neat because you know the brand. So if you're going to any of these cities, you know the brand. A lot of times you'll go to these cities and not know where should we stay. And but this is a familiar brand that you now can say, okay, I know a place at least to start. And Brendan, want to talk a little bit about the
Yeah.
weddings?
Well, I wanted to add to what you just said. He showed us all the different hotels that they have in Lisbon and Paris and Rome, and they're called petite hotels because they have maybe 60 rooms. But that's what Rick is saying. It's a familiar brand. So you know where you're going and what to expect. So if you have someone who's looking to travel and don't know exactly where to go, you can go on their website and see all of their hotels in these different countries. So folks would feel a little safer. And I don't know if you've seen a couple of pictures that I posted That's a view from one of their hotels looking at the Eiffel Tower. So it looked like and then there was one, I think it was in Paris, where they have a Michelin star restaurant. So you talk about top notch. It's really, really top notch. And so if you have clients that want the best of the best so they can enjoy seeing something different, this is a brand that when I get back home, I'm definitely going to look into being preferred and taking all their courses and see what it all entails because they advertise Israel is Don, the people in Denver, they're BDM. And so they put this ad out for us to come and view the property for $150 a night per person. That was a steal right there. And so Dawn jumped on it right away. She does what she always does. We're going to be there. Do we want to stay at the beginning or the end? And we were able to enjoy this property. And it was a lot of fun. Back to you, Rick.
Well, talk a little bit about the wedding destination.
Oh, yeah. They have some wedding packages that is very, very nice. Down from just 2 people coming to get married to 150 to 300 people coming to get married. And they showed the layout. That picture Rick showed, they had, I guess, a venue that night where they had invited in different travel agents who are or wedding destination specialists. And they came and they showed them all that they have for folks who want to have a wedding. And I thought, well, that wasn't bad. Now, what was included was the dinner. They even had like a welcome dinner for the party where they can come and greet before the actual wedding. Then they had the honeymoon suite for the bride and groom. And on their website, it shows you everything.
And, you know, one thing that's really nice is that you call them and they handle everything. You know, they take it from there. And
Yeah,
even if go ahead, Brandon.
yeah, that's was what he said. Let's say you have a bride and she wants to get married and she has a bridal party of 50. All you have to do is call the hotel that she wants to stay in, three-way the wedding specialist with the bride. Of course, introduce yourself, Trav Manity, your IATA number, and that's it. Then you just wait for your commission check to come because they then now will work hand in hand with the bride to make sure everything she wants happened. So I thought that was really good because a lot of things can get twisted up when you're going from the bride to the resort. So I thought that was a very good way that they handle that.
And even if you're not wanting to stay or to have the wedding at this particular location, they can connect you and still manage it any location around the world that they have. And they'll just coordinate with the wedding coordinator at that particular location and just makes it so easy, you know, for your clients. And so this is training. Like Ron says, somebody's got to do it. And of course, we volunteered to do it. This is Israel. And of course, you know, we're just talking about being able to, the benefits of booking travel agents and special rates and so forth. And you can become a specialist. And this was the team. We had Israel and we had Carlos. And they are the ones, BDM there in Denver. And Carlos is stationed there at the resort. Of course, Ron and Dan and Dawn, Monica. Everybody knows Phil. And just some of the other rooms. I think it's going around again. And so, but that was it. That was it. And we had such a great time. But it's nice to be able to extend out the Surge event and to say, okay, we'll see you guys. And then we jumped in a transfer and went to the next resort. and it was just nice arriving in and just continuing it on. But as we know, all good things come to a beginning. And so now we're in Colorado for a birthday party with my granddaughter turning 2, and we'll be here until Tuesday. And but this is the life that we have. And you know, you try to tell folks, and some folks will hear it, folks won't, but there's nothing you can do about it. You know, you just keep on moving. You just keep on going. Any questions from anyone based on all the information that you've heard?
This Jackie saying hi. How you? The picture.
Hey, Jackie!
Jackie, nice to see
Jackie.
you.
How's everybody?
All righty. Yeah, you know what I'm really excited about is that we are the ones that sticks with it. We know we don't quit because we've been here through it all. And now we have a lot of folks that have quit and come back. And you remember when they came back before, they exploded because they are just that type of runner, recruiter. Like Chris said, professional recruiters. And like Rick was saying earlier, I like how Chris described himself. And he said he was not that big of a recruiter, but he was consistent. And it
Right.
only takes one. It only takes one. And in our case, back in the day, it only took the one, and that was Jock Johnson. And from that, we meet Jackie. And then when Jock says, I'm out of here, Jackie says, I'm staying.
No,
So,
that
and
was, I think that was Joe Marcelino.
was it Joe Marcelino? Oh,
Yeah.
well, Joe's coming back also, Jackie. But it's because you stick and everybody just comes around again because we know this is the best thing. There's nothing else out there like us. And they are slowly closing their doors. And a lot of people went for different agencies that are already closed. I mean, they barely last a couple of years. And so then they had to go and find something else. And one thing that's great about our business is all you have to do is be consistent. And like Chris said, Delby told him, if somebody wants to save money, just turn them onto the vortex and keep it moving.
You know, one of the things that, excuse me, I just was talking nonstop. Everybody wanted to know about the Vortex fundraising and how we use the opportunity for ministry, how Surge 365 is used for ministry. And I just was just nonstop talking and answering questions. And people were chasing me down. You know, Rick, we heard that you specialize in nonprofits. Can you tell us anything about it? You know, they don't know. And so one of the things with our team is, of course, this is something that we all specialize in. And if you don't, definitely look at how can this be used? How can Surge 365 be used for nonprofits? And I was just talking back to back to back to back to back to back people. Just in general, the vortex is used for fundraising. You know, the church comes on board and the church can hand the vortex out to their congregation. The congregation can hand it out, friends, family, social media. People book on that link. They're going to save up to 60% over the lowest internet price, the Expedia price, the Priceline price, the Booking.com price. And 100% of what they save comes back to the church, comes back to the business, comes back to the person, comes back to the owner of the vortex. And people are like, wow, that is so cool. Right? We know this, but people are like, wow. And then the membership program, the church, the business part of the church, the staff, the office, the board can use the membership program for membership for the board travel, you know, for staff travel. You can add up to 4 people to the members program. And so if they've got someone on staff that's going to a convention, put their name in, When they come back, rotate another name in that's going somewhere else. You can just keep rotating those names through so that when you book, you're getting the lowest prices. If the church is looking to do a convention, they need to work with the venue to book and hold rooms. Now they can book and hold those rooms and get commissions. I mean, just so many different travel agent type opportunities. I'm sorry, with the to save with the membership, and then of course we have the travel agency, where of course you can work with whatever venue and book and hold rooms as a travel agent. Because why? We have an IATA number, we've got the CLIA number, and you can do all those travel agent type things. Now, interestingly enough, we have access, that church has access to the specialist training. And so that church may be the travel agency that says, I'm going to raise up and train our own core stable of travel agents. They may or may not come in the business, but the church is in the business. And so that person can take first class training and all the necessary, foundational courses and training. And once they complete that, open it up to where they can take the different travel courses with Travel Agent Academy. You want to be a Disney specialist. You want to be a Jamaica specialist. And so when they take those trainings, they actually get certificates in their name. And so you can build a portfolio of the different courses with those certificates for that person. That's why I say I could take a homeless person, run them through Dress for Success, run them through how to interview, and let's say there's a Hyatt hiring event downtown. They can become a Hyatt specialist, a Marriott specialist, a luxury travel specialist, and get those certificates and put them in a portfolio and go down there and get a job, skills that pay the bills. And so we started talking about this. The church maybe being that, taking on the responsibility of helping to get people jobs in the career of hospitality and tourism. And so now you got the three main products, the travel products of Surge365. If the church, organization, or individual understands network marketing and are open to network marketing, now we have the incredible, lucrative Surge365 compensation plan and power line, where now we're sharing the opportunity. One of the questions was asked yesterday. Someone called me. It says, do you sign the church up with the SBA right away? And I said, well, it depends. If they understand what network marketing is, sure. They won't say, oh, it's one of those things. If they don't understand, just sign them up with the travel. And when they begin to realize the power of what they have with the travel, they may say, hey, I've got a sister church. I've got another church that may be interested in this. Okay, well, the license to sell the travel product is the SBA, junior exec position. Now you're introducing the junior exec position to give them the license to bring this other church on board to share the opportunity. And now it flows. So you just have to really kind of feel and figure it out. Any questions on anything that I just said? Well, everybody here on our team basically is that person that can share this opportunity from the ministry perspective. And if you don't know, connect with me. Go to goteamget.com. And of course, we have the Marketplace Ministry website, Better World Changers with an S, betterworldchangers.com. And just go through the site and kind of understand what it's all about. And if you have any pastors or folks that are in the ministry, see, some people in the ministry have a hard time working it as a networker. They don't understand it as a networker, and they're stuck because they're looking at other networkers doing it, making things happen, and they're like, what's wrong with me? Well, maybe they need to understand it from a ministry perspective. In fact, when we went to the Hibachi and Grill, we were there with a couple of pastors and just generally just talking about marketplace ministry and sharing the opportunity and with the vortex and so forth. One of the pastors started getting up and dancing the dance. He said, why? The Lord told me don't sit down on me. And right there at the hibachi grill, she started dancing. It was so funny. She started dancing in the spirit. I was like, wow. And the reason is she knew what I was saying and was trying to tell people, to walk in purpose on purpose, and that there's a place for Surge 365 and how to share the opportunity with believers. And I guess I don't know if she was having a hard time getting that point across to people, but when I started telling her, she got up there as he was chopping the steaks and chicken in the hibachi grill and started dancing in the spirit. And said, God said, don't sit down on me. Anything else been on that?
You're correct. It was really, really good. And what was really good is the fact that she was over in the corner by herself. So if you didn't know, you would look at her and think that she was just dancing. But we knew she was dancing in the spirit. And when we were talking, and when you and Ron were talking about the travel and the churches, it was all new to them. They had no idea this is the way the vortex, one of the ways that the vortex was designed to work. So believe me when I say folks don't even know what they have in their hand.
It's true.
And to be able to say that we already have this working with a few churches. We figure you got Ron's church, you got Chantel and Glenn's church. It's just the beginning of how many churches are going to be able to see this and understand it. So I thought that was fun. And of course, the food was good, but we had a nice time that night.
So, Brenda, want to talk? We're going to be doing a presentation tonight.
Okay. What time are we looking at? Oh, great. Yes, we'll be doing the presentation tonight. During this training, we invited other folks to come on with their team for our Thursday call. We are not going to create another day for training because that's just not fair to us to have all these different days and hit and miss with people coming and may not come. But we're going to continue our Thursday training like we did. And today we talked about, of course, the convention, what's coming up. Each Thursday afternoon, we'll still have something. And Rick will continue to do the presentation on Thursday evening, 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock. I don't know. But you figure it out wherever you live. And but we're going to continue to do the presentation, invite people on. We still have on demand. We talked to Dawn about that when we were doing training. And you know what's so fun about this business, and you guys all know this, we write all this off. We write all this off because this is what we do. So it's a lot of fun. I feel we're getting ready to get back into that momentum again. We should see more numbers because we've opened it up to other teams that feel that they didn't have it or whatever the case may be to join us on Thursdays and Thursday evenings. It's really up to them. But I'm excited. I'm excited.
One
and
of the
I'm really
ladies,
because I'm hanging out with my grandbaby.
one of the ladies, yeah, really so sweet. One of the ladies saw my posting on Facebook and says, "Hey, I want to know more about that business. I like the way you and Brenda travel." And so I've got a meeting with her in an hour. And so post your pictures, post comments. You can even take some of the pictures that I post and you can repost them. And
Sure did.
because
I know. Look, you're not the only one. Several people came up talking about how they take our pictures and repost them.
yeah, that's why they're there. And use it because people see that, and they see the lifestyle. And so yeah, let's definitely take full advantage. GoTeamGet.com, GoTeamGet.com. Under the webinar tab, you'll see information of the Zoom link for tonight. And so definitely go there, and you'll get all that information if you didn't catch how to get on the Zoom for tonight or how to invite folks. But yeah, it's on for sure. The company is in momentum. And so do not miss, like Scott used to say all the time, a company can be in momentum and not the people. Do not miss this. Do not miss this. Get positioned. Well, what can I do? Just be positioned and share with people. You don't have to do a hard recruiting, but just be there. Like Chris said, love people, be there for them, build relationships, let people know that you are in business. You can even just take like one picture from what I posted and just say something about it. You'd be surprised the folks who are going to see it. Back to you, Brenda.
Adrian, you have your hand up. Did you want to share?
Yes, I have a question on that because when we've gone places, I have posted pictures, although I do it later because so people don't realize, I'm gone away from town and all that
Right.
kind of thing. But then I have a question. Okay, back to that. Um, some people have come up to me and say, "Oh, you've been traveling and I saw you with such and such, and where's your next trip?" And da 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 da. But I did have another Facebook page that was consider my business page, and I put on there TNN travel advisor or something like that, but I noticed that it was taken down. And I don't know why, but I saw a note that says something was posted that was not within Facebook something rules. So I was wondering what kind of rules is it because that was my business page. So it's like, okay, so how should I be posting then? I mean, I could start another page, but I don't want it to be taken down again.
I don't
I
know. Go ahead, Brenda.
I would say just stay with your personal page. Why try to work two social media pages? That's a lot of work. And then another thing, Facebook, they do whatever they want to do. I mean, they've taken down a whole uh, series of pictures of Ricks for whatever
Mm,
reason.
Us
So
too.
yeah, so they do what
mm,
they want to do. So I
mm-hmm.
say keep it simple on yourself. Just work on your personal page and put your business stuff on there. I think that would be the most simplest way to do it as trying to start up another business page.
Okay, and then there's the other thing of the issue of the BDMs because they want us to be friends with them so they
Yeah,
can put things related to travel for us to do as advisors.
yeah.
So I didn't know if that should be on my personal page when they're, telling us about deals and things like that we need to know about to tell our clients.
Do
I
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Nah,
do
it's all
whatever you
good.
want, Adrian. I think keep it simple, and think about it. If you have the BDMs from different places putting things on your personal page for you to post about, that's just you advertising more to people who know you.
Mm-hmm.
As to try to generating followers on a business page.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
just throw it all together because it's
Okay.
all
It's really
Right.
it's
flip a
all about.
coin. I
Their
post a
goal is
lot of
to
stuff.
help you. They're here to help the advisors win.
Right.
And that's why they're posting on there so people can see who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people, I'm telling you, if you stay consistently posting, we have people walking up to us in so many places just from the posters, and they're like, you guys are all over the place. You don't have to be at the event to post the pictures. And Dr. Coakley will be scolding us if we don't post. He's like, why
Mm-hmm.
are you guys not posting? I'm putting posts out here for the company and you're not posting them.
Share his share his
You know?
posts and you
Yeah.
know start
And where do
another
we find his post?
On his
his
personal
friend
Facebook page.
friend Christopher Coakley.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never friended him before. I thought we just get the info from the Surge page, the
No, no.
Surge365 page.
Friend Delvi Santiago and Christopher Coakley.
Oh, okay.
And see,
Just
you can
friend
follow
them.
them. You can follow them.
And you don't
Right.
even have
Okay.
to friend them. You can just go to
Just
their
follow.
page,
Yeah,
follow them. You can share whatever post they have without being their friend, I think.
you can.
Just going to their page. But you want to friend them. And
Yeah,
I would open up another business site.
but
Keep
why?
going. Don't stop. I've got a business site I post all the time. So it's a flip of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of work. I would do one site is enough for me. And see, that's what's so great about this business. You do what you want to do. Now,
Yeah.
Rick posts on his business page. He even posts on my business page.
I
I
post on
don't have a
Brenda's
personal
BLR
page.
travel business
Yeah,
page when
I
I
don't
feel
have
like
a
it.
personal page on Facebook. All I have is BLR travel. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I because that's a lot of work, man, Adrian.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm looking to keep it as simple as possible. I don't have
yes,
time to be on the social media all day long.
yes. I
That's
hear you.
Brenda. That's Brenda. So,
Yeah,
Me.
you
but
know,
Rick
That's what I'm
does.
saying.
Rick
That's
does,
me.
huh?
Yeah. So
yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah.
Wherever you're
Well,
willing to
you
put in
make
the time at, it's
That's
gonna work.
right. That's right. Whatever time you're willing to put in.
Okay, yeah,
you
that
make the
answer.
time to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You just make the
Okay.
time to do what you want. Hey, the
You
thing
know how
is,
they say, you do you, boo.
no, I would say this. It could be the one thing. It could be the one thing. It's not quantity. It could be that one thing that you say. Like you may get an idea that's an inspiration. And it could be that one thing that you post that everybody goes, oh my God. You know, and so I post inspirationally as
Mm-hmm.
much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't just randomly, I'm not randomly posting, I'm intentionally posting. And see, and that's the key here. If you are just randomly posting, it could get very tiring. But if you see something that Chris posts and you say, okay, wow, that's pretty good, I'm going to share it. It may touch that one person that you're thinking about. And so look at it from that perspective. One thing could take you to the whole top, right? Not the quantity, but seek an inspiration. Even ask the question, what's a good inspirational post? Something that touches you. And Adrian, you've got some great pictures. I mean, so don't let anything stop you, you know,
Okay.
at least the first time, keep going
Mm-hmm.
because you're always going to get opposition.
Yes. But the thing is just knowing the rules, you just don't want your page taken down is the thing.
Go to the community and look at the community rules. But I can tell you this, I know I've posted something that can't be any worse than what they took you down for because I'm
Mm.
always posting something
Yeah, he does.
that pushes the boundaries.
But it seems like they used to give you a warning
They
about it,
did.
but
That's
this,
why don't stop. It was probably just a random thing. Open up
yeah.
another business page and keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, don't let, hey, I'm gonna tell you, nothing stops me.
You find the time, right?
No,
Somehow.
no, no. I'm always gonna go whatever direction. I'm like water running downhill. Nothing stops me. I'll find another path. Water will always find another path. And be like, as Bruce Lee would say, be like water.
Be like water. Continue to move.
Adrian, on that note, I let my business page go on Facebook, but since I picked up Instagram, I picked up TikTok. So, I let mine lapse for that reason. I know one thing I get or quote unquote flagged on a lot is having permission to use music.
Having what?
Permission to use music, like certain songs will flag me
Oh, okay,
because they don't
got
have
you.
permission.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think
Me
Chantel's
too,
got
but I'm
that one
still
down.
posting. I'm still posting every day. Yes, sir.
But you always say something about I do not own rights or something
I
like
do not own copyrights. Put it on there first before you post it.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I, I
Especially if you're doing
post a
music.
lot of music if you notice.
that. Right.
Right. I do not own copyrights to this music. See, Brenda dropped her business page, but she does TikTok and Instagram.
Well, I do Instagram too, but what is connected with Facebook. So what I put on Facebook goes to Instagram.
Oh, awesome, awesome. See, I don't have time for Instagram and
Uh,
TikTok.
apparently, a lot of
That
people are
takes
going.
me. That's where everybody's at, though. But for me, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm tired.
That means something makes you tired, huh?
And Brenda is really good at it, you know. And so everybody's got their thing. Just figure out what your thing is and be consistent at it.
Okay, gotcha.
Anybody else?
My 2 cents is don't get stuck. Expand your tent cords because I believe Surge will really bust out when we get out of any box. Do not limit yourself to one box and aim high. Back to
That's
you, Rick.
good. That's good. I like that aim high too.
All righty.
That
Thanks.
aim high resonates.
Yes.
And that you must have the experience of the company. If you have never attended one of our events in this company, push yourself out to the next event. Just push yourself. Put it on that vision board. Jackie Fulton's was on here. I don't know if she's still on here, but that happened for Jackie. It can happen for anybody. Put it on your vision board. You don't know what's going to happen when you write it down. But the intent is I want to go. So put it on there and then let the rest work its way out.
It's true. It's good.
Yeah, so we will be having the presentation this evening. Did anybody else want to say anything? And look forward to going to Puerto Rico. And like Delvey said, it's going to be like the Super Bowl. Everything going to be in Spanish. So we laughed. And then Chris said, somebody go out and sponsor Bad Bunny so he could perform for us. So it was a lot of fun. And the dates are not set in stone yet, but they're trying really hard to get us there around that time. So anybody else?
I want to welcome Jacqueline back. It's good to see her on. Haven't seen her for a while.
I know. Jack's hanging in there.
All right. Good to see her on the call.
We love her.
Yes.
Hey, Adrian, how are you today?
We
good,
love
good.
her.
Thank you.
We love her.
We love her. She knows we love her.
She knows we love her.
Anybody else? Well, do tune in this evening, even if you just listen, even if you're not at a place where you can actually, because it's right on goteamget.com. If you don't know what the Surge information is, and you can click on there, the password is success. So just remember, goteamget.com. That's how I remember it. So is that it, Rick?
Yes, that's it.
All righty. Well,
Rah.
we gonna do this thing. And so we had so much fun in Jamaica. We gonna have to get together and do another trip like that where we
That
have
was fun in Jamaica.
Rah.
Rick's Cafe.
Yeah, Rick Cafe. So we definitely have to do that again. Yeah. But all righty. I want everybody to tune in tonight if you can. Look forward to seeing your name and your face and your phone numbers. And know that we are winners. We are the most trusted travel team in Surge365. I look forward to seeing you guys all around the world. We just found out that a friend, well, you guys know, oh goodness, his name escapes me just that fast. He's getting ready, Carl. He's getting ready to do a world cruise. So, you know, people are still, people are still doing it. So, okay, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you this evening.
Thanks for sharing.
Bye.